Well, we could talk about the biological rebirth of the River Thames, but let's talk song. Sorry about the week without new videos. I've been struggling with coughs and sneezes and headaches, but I'm up and running again and ready for new discoveries. This video here is a request by many people. Patreon supporter Jennifer Grinder, YouTube channel member Laia Morris, and regular viewers, the Bears 3RS, who requested it 3 times, somebody called Yenquick 3649, MTO-UHC, somebody I mentioned already, I believe. Then we have got Beyond All Measure, Kindred Anastasia, Name a Blue Flower, and Missy and Amelia, who all suggested The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived by Taylor Swift. I'm really looking forward to learning more about the songwriting of this genius that Taylor Swift is. So without further ado, let's get going.
Was any of it true?
No intro at all. We start directly, and we start with step 1, find the key of the song. I believe might be the tone center. Might we be in the key of B flat major?
Was any of it true?
I don't know, because we don't start with the tonal center, but with chords that basically change with every melody note, with every quarter note in the beat, which is quite interesting. I think it's best to start with the melody analysis, therefore. Let's find out what she sings there.
Was any of it true?
Ba-da-da-do-dum. Alright. You might guess why I instantly kind of was drawn to this B flat major key or chord. What we hear is basically all 3 notes from the B flat major arpeggio, F, B flat and D, and juiced up with this C with the 9 of the B flat scale. What's interesting is that we land on this C, right? Forming kind of a tension that is also underlined with the chords. Now, I don't really know what the chords point towards, but we will find out in a second.
Gazing at me starry-eyed.
Okay? So, development of that first melodic idea without this pickup idea, but she instantly starts with this high D, gazing at me starry-eyed. Okay? Still no clue about the chords though.
Gazing at me starry-eyed.
She certainly lands on the F here, creating a dominant feel, supposing we are in fact in the key of B flat.
Was any of it true?
I believe it's a simple but beautiful might be this one, right?
Was any of it true?
Not really. Is it this?
Was any of it true?
Might be, right? Certainly with different voicing, certainly spiced up with a lot of additional notes, but the core foundation might in fact be a relatively simple 1, 4 and 5 progression. B flat, E flat, and F. This F might be preceded by a sus chord.
Who the fuck was that guy?
Repeat the ideas from the first establishment, right? So here we have got the first 4 melody lines, the first 4 lyric lines, with was any of it true, gazing at me starry-eyed in your Jehovah's Witness suit? Who the fuck was that guy, right? So we establish an A-B-A-B rhyming pattern also with that different melody development in the B lines.
You tried to buy some pills.
We now move to a very clear G minor, E flat and F progression, 6 minor, 4, 5, with the melody staying the same. You tried to buy some pills, which was again this B flat 9 arpeggio.
From a friend of friends of mine.
What's interesting is that there is some kind of odd time measure. It looks like a very conventional, the 2, 3, 4, but then she doesn't start the second phrase, but instead leaves it more room for breath. I don't know if there is a logic to it or if it's just, let's say, rhythmically loose. We are going to find out later. I try to buy some pills from a friend of friends of mine. Interestingly enough, also coming back to this B rhymes with starry-eyed, was that guy, and this now becomes friends of mine.
They just ghosted you.
This certainly not rhyming with pills, right? So the A lines kind of getting more apart from each other. You try to buy some pills is certainly not rhyme with they just ghosted you.
Now you know what it feels like.
Ah, I know what the interesting rhythm is. So, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. It's some kind of group of 3 beat, right?
Was any of it true?
No, she develops into this here.
You tried to buy some pills.
I still don't understand, but I like very much, okay? So let's just count the beats that are between one phrase and the next.
Tried to buy some pills.
Is it 11? Da-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum. Let's confirm this, which would make it really, really interesting.
You tried to buy some pills.
No, it's 14.
You tried to buy some pills.
Okay, so what I hear is 4 groups of 3 beats, 12 in total, and then additional 2 beats, kind of as the wrap up to the bar. Really, really interesting. So we are in some kind of 14 or 7/8 feel, right? Making this very, very odd and irritating, but at the same time very beautiful.
You know what it feels like.
What she likes doing is reharming that first chord, right? So sometimes we have got the 1 major and sometimes we have got the 6 minor, which is the relative minor, and which makes a lot of sense if you want to spice up the chord progression.
And I don't even want you back, I just want to know.
Okay, certainly same chord progression, this time with a 6 minor idea. New lyric and melodic development, probably some kind of pre-chorus.
If rusting my sparkling summer was the goal.
Alright, let's look at the melody that now becomes...
And I don't even want you back, I just want to know. And I don't even want
Is it this?
And I don't even want
No?
you back,
Bum, bum,
and I don't even want you.
I don't even want... I think she basically hammers in the 1 note.
Back, I just want to know.
Something like this. And I don't even want you back, I just want to know.
If rusting my sparkling summer was the goal.
Repeat this downward melodic movement. This time also changing the rhyming pattern, and I don't even want you back, I just want to know if rusting my sparkling summer was the goal. So we've got those two A lines close to each other.
A message to the smallest man who ever lived.
Okay, and now we present the B lines with the same. This time lyric wise it's, and I don't miss what we had, but could someone give a message to the smallest man who ever lived. The breath that we know from the intro, certainly building tension, also with the dominant F chord.
You hung me on your wall.
And this tension does not get resolved in a chorus, but instead we go to a second verse, which is rather interesting.
In public showed me off.
All right, so you hung me on your wall, stabbed me with your push pins. Certainly, again, going back to this A-B idea.
In public showed me off.
In public showed me off, very, very loosely rhyming with you hung me on your wall.
Then sank in stoned oblivion.
Oblivion and push pins. Let's listen to the push pins line again.
Stabbed me with your push pins.
Well, yes, somehow push pins and oblivion managed to form a rhyme.
Once your queen had come.
Interesting melodic variation. Right, this time going up, and prosodic element, because once your queen had come, a very optimistic line compared to the other ones.
Treat her like an also ran.
You'd treat her like an also ran is a really, really, really beautiful and powerful line.
Any measure of a man.
You didn't measure up in any measure of a man. Let's look at alliterations for a second, because it's pretty clear that she paid close attention to the M sounds here. You didn't measure up in any measure of a man, right? 3 sounds. And as I said, going back to that A-B rhyming pattern that was characteristic of verse number 1.
And I don't even want you back, I just
Want to know. Right, this pre-chorus feel, certainly. I hope that this time we actually build to a chorus. 2 minutes into the song and with only 1:56 until the end.
And I don't miss what we have, but could someone give?
Beautiful rhythm there. I just love that 14 beat idea.
Ever lived? Were you sent by someone?
Yes, we hopefully enter a strong chorus with that beautiful pickup line. I think it's just B, 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 D, D, or B flat, I should say.
Who wanted me dead? Did you sleep with a god?
New chord progression. So we have got a 1, 6 minor, 5, and 4. It also sounds like we are going back to, or for the first time, entering a regular common time for 4 measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so let's look at melody and lyrics before we continue. As I said, this pickup idea, where you stand by someone, certainly forms the first idea and gets developed now.
Were you sent by someone who wanted me dead?
Same idea. Who wanna me that 2-note melody?
Sleep with a gun underneath our bed.
Is what I heard. Did you sleep with a gun underneath our bed? Basically developing this 2-note idea, expanding this 2-note idea. Really interesting. In terms of lyrics, that we would have 2 very short lines with were you sent by someone and who wanted me dead. Now it's some kind of headhunting ritual. I don't know what this is all about. And then did you sleep with a gun underneath our bed is the long line that rhymes with the second of the short lines.
Were you writing a book?
two-note idea that gets expanded a little bit with that F.
You, a sleeper cell spy.
Two-note idea that gets expanded with the E flat.
In 50 years will all this be declassified.
Declassified. Beautiful lyrics also. Were you writing a book? Were you a sleeper cell spy? In 50 years will this be declassified? And again, going back to that 2 short line, 1 long line idea.
You'll confess why.
I think now she goes down to that low C. You'll confess why you did it.
Why you did it. And I'll say good riddance.
Let's say good riddance. Something like this.
And I'll say good riddance.
Riddance, maybe also riddance. It's not really clear because it's also harmonized there. So I don't remember. And you'll confess why you did it.
And you'll confess why you did it.
And you'll confess why you did it. Okay, this time melody movement downward that gets answered by this. And I'll say good riddance, going up.
'Cause it wasn't sexy once, it wasn't forbidden.
Cause it wasn't sexy once, it wasn't forbidden.
Now I would have died for your sins.
I would have died for your sins now is the development of that first idea. Were you sent by someone?
Were you sent by someone?
Right? Were you sent by someone? First 2-note idea that has become this here.
Now I would have died for your sins.
And I would have died for your sins.
Instead I just died inside.
Certainly in constant build mode, nonetheless.
And you deserve prison, but you won't get time. And you deserve prison, but you won't get time.
Get time. Really beautiful. Get time.
And you'll slide into inboxes.
Okay, this idea was certainly the chorus. Weird song structure because it's only 1 minute until the end of the song, so that I don't expect this to come back. Really, really special. All about the story, not about the form, and I'm really looking forward to the last minute.
Slide into inboxes and slip through the bars.
Development of the chorus idea, if we want to call it the chorus, although it won't come back. Slide into inboxes and then slip into data. Is that, I get, what is that? Chasing Cars vibes, right?
You'll slide into inboxes and slip through the bars.
Certainly the motifs from Chasing Cars and also with bars. What will it rhyme with?
You crashed my party and your rental cars. You crashed my party and your rental car.
This here, I really love.
He said,
Before we continue, let's look at lyrics for a second. You'll slide into inboxes and slip through the bars. You crashed my party and your rental car. Really interesting. The two things you can crash are cars and parties.
normal girls were boring, but
Normal girls were born. Sixth leap up. New idea, new development. You said normal girls were boring.
you were gone by the morning.
repeat this idea. You were gone by the morning.
You kicked out the stage lights, but you're still performing.
Certainly with the combining element, with the element that brings those ideas together, it's always that two short lyric lines answered by a long line. In that case, you said normal girls were boring and but you were gone by the morning. They rhyme for the first time, I think. You kicked out the stage lights, but you're still performing. So here we've got an AAA structure with two short lines and a long line rhyming all with each other.
And in plain sight you hid.
We had this before. That got answered by Let's see if that happens again.
But you are what you did.
No. It's pessimistic and goes down all the time.
I'll forget you, but I'll never forgive.
Again, three-line idea, and in plain sight you hid, but you are what you did, and I'll forget you, but I'll never forgive, which is interesting because it's usually the other way around, right? I'll forget you, but I never forgive is a very, very strong reversal of that idea of forgiving and forgetting. Let's see what this rhymes with.
The smallest man who ever lived.
And resolving rather harmonically and beautifully. Is that closure? Is that prosody? That certainly was The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived by Taylor Swift from her album The Tortured Poets Department, the anthology, I believe, but it's also, yes, it's. I think it's on the short thing as well. So I'm sure we can take away valuable songwriting learnings. Songwriting learning number 1, if you are Taylor Swift, you can pull off a 14-beat verse idea, which is so brilliant because it gives you the space between the lyric lines that normally you wouldn't have in a more cramped environment. So she really took the time to build this, and because the song doesn't follow the regular structure of a pop song, it can afford that 14-beat verse because it's something that is out of the ordinary anyway. So why not give the verses the time that they require, something that we can also look at when writing songs that leave this pop structure a little bit. Songwriting learning number 2 goes a little bit in the same direction because it's about this song structure. So we start relatively conventional with a verse pre-chorus structure, right? But instead of going to the chorus right away, we put another verse and pre-chorus between them. And the chorus doesn't really follow the definition of a chorus because it doesn't repeat, right? Instead, this chorus is an endless build-up that kind of covers new elements in the lyrics and also in the melody. Certainly a very, very curious song structure with verse, pre-chorus, chorus, and outro based on the chorus ideas, developing new melody ideas on that chorus progression. Rather interesting, and as I said, something that we can apply when looking outside the pop structure. And songwriting learning number 3, even with experimental song forms and experimental, let's say, verse structures, chorus structures and stuff, it's always a good idea to have one structural element. In that case, it's the 3-line idea that she establishes in the chorus that she then takes through the different ideas. For one example, I can give you the beginning of the chorus, which I believe was "Were you sent by someone who wanted me dead? Did you sleep with a gun underneath your bed?" Right? So those 3 lines form the foundation of everything that comes after that. Were you writing a book? Were you a sleeper cell spy? In 50 years, this will all be declassified. Then we had this, I would have died for your sins. Instead, I just died inside, and you deserve prison, but you won't get time. Then we have got, you said normal girls were boring, but you were gone by the morning. You kicked up the stage lights, but you're still performing. So always going back to that short, long lyrical idea is a very good idea if you want to drive forward those different lyrical ideas that she presents, because she kind of manages to put them all into that same scaffold, which makes it a song, right? Which makes it something that still has got a combining structure, despite this weird song form that she chose. And this was my live reaction on the fly analysis of Taylor Swift's The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. If you liked my video, please make sure to give me the thumbs up, to subscribe to the Let's Talk Song channel, and to leave friendly comments, maybe also suggesting other songs that you would like me to analyze. Before we end this, let me quickly thank the active financial supporters of this enterprise: Andrew Morgan here on YouTube, and over on Patreon, JC, Prince of Wales, and Amy May. If the rest of you also want to help develop this channel and this enterprise, I suggest you check the links in description. I guess we've talked song. You can talk about the biological rebirth of the River Thames now. Bye bye.